Guys, how's it going? My name is John. Thank you so much for tuning in. This episode, I'm going to wrap up my series of featuring fellow YouTube gamers in the YouTube community. The last one I'm going to show you is Shawn. He's got a great show called Retro Gaming Tube 85. I'll put a link to his channel below. In this video, he's going to talk about his 5 reasons why retro gaming, in his opinion, is better than modern gaming. I'm really curious to hear you guys' response, so please leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Is retro gaming better than modern? Or is modern better than retro? Or do you like both? Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back in January, in a few days here, doing videos of my own on this channel. I'm excited to get back into doing some videos. Got a lot in store for you guys. We'll see you guys soon, and thanks for watching.
Modern gaming has brought about many changes to gaming. We've got photorealistic graphics, amazing audio quality, and of course online multiplayer. But has everything really gotten better? Is modern gaming really that much better than retro gaming? I say no. The more I delve into modern gaming, the more I yearn for the days of retro gaming heyday. I'm Retro Gaming 285, and this is 5 reasons that retro gaming is better than modern. My number 5 reason is complete games. When you bought a game back in the 80s to 90s to 2000s, you knew what you were getting was a complete game. It was the way the developers intended it to be, and there wasn't going to be any additional stuff for it. This made developers get really creative and pack as much as they could inside of the game. Nowadays, it seems like everything has DLC and season passes. Whereas I don't mind DLC that much, season passes seem to be getting more and more annoying. You're essentially paying for content that you don't know what it is. DLC is even available on day 1 for certain games, which makes you wonder why it even exists in the first place. Going back to season passes, you also have the price, with some of them, like Star Wars Battlefront, making you pay for the game twice over. You're paying $120 just for the full experience. It just seems crazy to me, and it really alienates day 1 buyers because you know a Game of the Year edition is going to come out with all its additional content. So why even buy the game on day 1 anymore? It just doesn't make sense to me. My number 4 reason is no excessive patches. When you bought a game back in the day and it was buggy, glitchy, had problems, frame rate issues, it was just a bad game. Developers and Q&A testers took their time working together to give you the best possible game experience you could have with their game. Nowadays it seems like we have become the Q&A testers because it's commonplace to pop in a game on your modern system the day it comes out and have a day 1 patch. If you buy a used copy, there's tons of patches to download, and there's so many issues just prevalent in the game. Frame rate issues, bugs, yet it's all commonplace. It's all acceptable because of the scope of the games. And I don't think that's fair. I think games are being rushed way too much, and because of this, we have become the Q&A testers. There's no more quality assurance. My number 3 reason is better game variety. When you go to a game store nowadays, you're going to see your first-person shooters, you're going to see your sports titles, and a few more things mixed in. You're going to see a yearly Call of Duty, a yearly Assassin's Creed, a yearly NBA, a yearly Madden, a yearly WWE game. And while we had to subject ourselves to yearly sports titles with Madden and NBA Live back in the day, there was so much more game variety available at brick and mortar stores. You could go to a store and pick up a Sonic, a Contra, a Harvest Moon, any sort of game, puzzle games. There was such great variety. It seems like everything is just a gritty game nowadays, and there's really no fun in the games. Now granted, there are indie games that you can purchase that have a greater variety than what you'll see in stores, but still, those games never really get a chance to shine unless they're hugely successful like Shovel Knight was. Game variety back in the day was just so much better, and nowadays it just seems like everything blends together and is the same. My number 2 reason that retro gaming is better than modern is the single-player experience. The single-player experience just seems to be an afterthought with most games now, with a stronger focus on online. You're lucky to get a 4 to 5 hour campaign in most games, and then, of course, you're delving into the online multiplayer. Now, while I appreciate the online multiplayer, and I do play it and have fun, I can't help but think that a lot of these games are just skeletons in the single-player mode, and that's a shame. You even have games coming out nowadays that are online multiplayer only. So what happens in 3 to 4 years when the servers shut down for that game? You got a nice coaster for $60. Or if you bought the season pass, you have a $100 coaster. It's just a shame that the single player and even local couch co-op experience is just an afterthought nowadays. There's no more large adventures. There's no more just connection with these characters because the story's over before you even know it a lot of the times. My number one reason that retro gaming is better than modern is physical copies. I cannot stress enough how much I love having a physical copy. Having something I can hold in my hand. I still have my NES collection, 30 years old, and to this day, all of the games play. I don't have to worry about online always games. I don't have to worry about my account being hacked or compromised, or servers shutting down, or server issues. I just don't trust an all digital age. There's too many variables, there's too many things that could go wrong. You have to look at all the downtime that these servers have. PlayStation servers, Xbox servers, even Nintendo servers are subject to these things, and you can't play your game because it's an online thing. Or if you purchase the game, there could be some sort of hack, there could be something. Yes, it's a bit of a tinfoil hat conspiracy, but I just don't trust it. I like having something to hold in my hand. I like to have something I can collect. I know that these games are mine, and I can play them anytime I want. Can you say that with the digital age though? If your online goes down, if your account gets hacked, it brings about all sorts of problems. And digital is just not for me. I will always choose physical when possible, and that's just how it's gonna be. Something physical, something you can hold in your hand is the most important thing to me. Now, of course, there's exceptions to every rule, and there's a lot of great things about modern gaming. I'm not saying it's all bad, I'm just saying there are things that retro gaming did better, and will always do better in my opinion, just because of the way gaming is going nowadays. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you come check me out on Retro Gaming Tube 85. It's all retro, all the time. I'd also like to thank Gamester81 for putting me on his channel. It is a huge honor, brother. Thank you so much. I am forever in your debt. And like I said, if you enjoyed this video, come check me out on Retro Gaming Tube 85. Hopefully I'll see you guys later.